Hey there, Aurelie here from withhisgifts.com. Welcome and thank you so much for stopping by. Today I have a brand new video tutorial for you and we are going to create this gorgeous tag. So let's go ahead and get started. For my tag I have 4 pieces of the Recollections 60-pound white cardstock. Each of the pieces is cut at 5.5 by 2 7/8 inches, and my corners have been chomped using my We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper. And then one of the pieces on the back side I printed a to and from my computer. For the layers on my card I'm going to be using the Recollections Rose Cottage collection. It's a hot buy and I got it for a cool $5.99 during a sale a couple weeks back. It is a gorgeous paper pad. If you are not familiar with it, hop on over to Michael's and get you a stack of this because it's gorgeous. Using some of the yummy paper from the Rose Cottage collection, I have my first layer that's going to be on my tag that measures 5 3/8 by 2 3/4. The corners have also been chomped with my corner chomper. And I have another piece here from that gorgeous paper, and this piece is cut at 4.5 by 2 1/4 inches. I also have a couple of pieces here, also from the paper collection, that I cut using the Crafter's Companion Vintage Doily. And I did cut some pieces because that is what we used in the tag. It'll make sense as we progress through this project, but we won't be using the whole doily, just pieces of it. Some more pieces from the paper collection. I have 3 pieces here that each measure 3/4 by 3/4 inches, and these will be the gifts under our tree. Okay, then one more piece from the paper collection is a square, but if you turn it over you will reveal a star. The star I printed from my computer and then adhered to the back of the paper, and we will cut that out and that will be our tree topper. I have a piece of Stampin' Up! Sahara sand. The color doesn't really matter because that tree will be covered. The tree was cut from the Sizzix Christmas trees dies, and it was the second one from the middle. So this one here. And then finally, finishing off our paper, I have 2 pieces here in Stampin' Up's Blushing Bride. And that has been cut using Stampin' Up's Petals and More die, and this die in particular here. We'll also be using some of this gorgeous white Venice lace trim from Hobby Lobby. I have 11 inches here. 7 inches of the white chiffon double rose trim, also from Hobby Lobby. Then I have a piece of the rose petal seam binding that is available in my Etsy shop. And then I have here a 3-inch strip of the Paper Studio gemstones, and they come in long strips like this, and I just needed 3 inches, so I cut 3 inches, and that's what we have here. And then some of the other supplies that we'll be using are the Wink of Stella clear glitter brush, the Tombow permanent adhesive. We'll be using the Fabric Tech. I will be using the Stampin' Dimensionals, both in the regular and the mini size. Some mini glue dots. I have some scissors here, one for my lace and one for my paper. And then also I already used the Big Shot. I won't be using it in the video, but it is required for cutting out the die cuts that we will be using in today's project. So I'm going to go ahead and get my Christmas tree all pretty and ready so that the glue can set and dry and be ready for us to mount it onto the front of our tag. And for that I'm using my Fabric Tack glue and my rosettes, my rose trim here. I am going to apply glue to the back of my tree. Okay. I'm not covering the the stem of the tree. Is that what you call the trunk of the tree? It's not a stem really. Okay. So there's the glue, and then I'm going to take this, and the goal is to cover. You're going to extend out the end a little bit, but that's okay. But just don't waste too much of your lovely trim here. So once we've done that, we'll turn around and got my little, well, not so little scissors here, and I'm going to snip that right there. And then I'm going to put some more glue. Actually, I think we can move fast enough that I can apply glue to the entire tree. We'll see. If we get in trouble, we'll get out of it, right? Okay. So then I'm going to push this close together like so. Push that into my glue. Turn it around. Cut off my excess. And then finish her off up on the top like so. Right? Just like that. So then next, what we're going to do is turn this around, and we're just going to cut around the shape of our tree so that our roses will take on the shape of our tree on the front side of this lovely tag. So we'll just go all the way around, just like that. And there you have our gorgeous little tree. Set that aside. So next we'll grab one of the white cardstock that is going to be our tag, and the two lovely layers. Make sure it's not the one with the to from that's going to be on the back. And we are going to grab some scissors, and then we're going to distress the edges of all of these pieces here. And there are our pieces. The next thing we're going to do is take our centerpiece here. I'm going to go ahead and grab my Tombow adhesive, and I'm going to put some along the side, each of the long sides here. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab these pieces here, and I am going to put them, I want just this scallop edge to show from behind, and I want to hide everything else behind it. So like that. Okay. Just like that. Then we'll do the same thing to this side. Making it as symmetrical as possible. Not looking for perfection, but if it happens, yay for us, right? Okay, so there's that. Then the next thing that we're going to do is take this whole piece, and I'm going to put some more, carefully, some more adhesive on top of those die cut pieces, and around the rest of my tag. And we're going to put that centered onto this, like so. Okay, there's that. Then we'll go ahead and adhere the last layer to the front of our card. So using some more of the Tombow adhesive, we're going to set that right about there. Okay, just like that. So we'll now grab the final three pieces that make up our tag, making sure to keep that one separate. I am going to adhere this to the back of our tag. Now, I have this many layers for my tag only because I have the 65-pound weight cardstock, which is not very sturdy. So if you have a heavier weight cardstock, you can totally get away with less cardstock. But in order for me to have the sturdiness that I desire, I went with 4. So again, stronger cardstock, less layers. Okay, so I'm going to put my final layer on to here. All right, so now that we have those layers and we have some sturdiness, I'm going to go ahead and grab this lovely lace. Now this is 11 inches, and I am going to cut my little scallops. I'm going to cut 4, right? So there's 4, and I'm going to cut 4 more. Oopsie, not my finger. Okay, and then that's going to leave 3. I'm going to set the 3 aside because I want my 4. And for my 4, we're going to put these onto the back of our tag like so, using the Fabric Tech glue. And then I'm going to put my glue, get some paper. I'm going to put my glue directly onto my lace trim here. Okay. So I'm going to put some along the edge and maybe a little bit down the middle. We don't want to cover the scallops because those will be exposed. Okay. So now we can flip this over, making sure that our scallop is straight. Smooth that on to there so you could see. And I'm going to tuck it in behind my my little pink die cut. Oh my goodness, words, stop running away. Okay, pressing that in, and then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Okay, and so there's what we have so far, and then we're going to take the final piece of the cardstock here, and I printed my to and from, but if you have a stamp, I have some to from stamp sets, but they were not as big as I wanted them to be, so I used my computer, and that allowed me to select the size of my font. So now I'm going to put this on the back over the lace that we just put down, just like that. Okay. All right, so there's our tag, just like that, super duper easy. All right, now this, the remaining of the lace, we're gonna set down here. So let me grab my paper again, and I am going to put, first I'm gonna take the top off my glue, and then I'm going to put some glue on my lace trim. Okay, then we're going to set that onto the front of our card, and it's going to come off the bottom of the card a little bit, but that's okay because it looks pretty when it does that. Grab my paper towel here so I don't get sticky fingers. Okay, so I'm pressing the lace onto the front and helping the glue take hold. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. So then I went ahead and trimmed off the edge that's hanging off of my sides like that. And I'll do that to the other side. Okay, and there she is so far. So the next thing that we're going to do is to put our Christmas tree up top. All right, and before I do that, I want to just make sure that we position everything where it goes. I have my little gifts here, which are going to go there. So I'm just placing. And my star. Let me grab my scissors. And we're going to go, I'm going to go ahead and cut out my star. So using my little template on the back that no one will ever know was there, I'm going to go ahead and cut out my star. Okay, there's the star. very pretty and pink, and that will sit on top of our tree. Now, these things here, which is the final pieces of paper, I don't know if you can see here what the actual pattern is. There are 3 little scallops or 3 little hoops, loops, whatever you want to call those. Oops, I'm off camera here. But there's one that is taller and 2 that are shorter right next to it. And that's what I want. I use that as a bow for my Christmas tree. So I need a pink one and 2 blue ones. And we're going to cut those out. So I'm not sure that that made any sense to you, so I'm going to try to, I don't know if it's going to focus because my glasses are awful. There will be a picture at the end of this video that will show a close-up of this, but you can see how I use that to top the gifts there. The first thing I'm going to do is get my little gift boxes ready, okay? So I have them here, and for that I'm going to need some glue dots, or not glue dots, dimensionals. And I'm gonna take the sides, I'm gonna flip over my little blue one, making sure it's in the direction that I want it to be on the front of my card. So I'm gonna flip this over, and then I'm gonna take 2 edges of my dimensionals, like so. And you can assemble these gifts however your heart desires. If you have a different way that works better for you, but this worked for me. So now I'm going to set this on top. I'm going to pull the center gift up a little bit, just a little bit, and press that down, okay? And I'm going to do the same thing for this one, okay? All right, so that is going to be our Christmas gifts, but first we need some bows, all right? And for the bows, I used my glue dots, so where the bow will be behind my gift, I'm going to put a glue dot right top center of each of my gifts, okay? Just like that. One more, where are you? Oops. Okay. We had a little mishap come apart on us. Okay. Nothing that cannot be diverted. All right. Okay. So now with our glue dots, we are going to take these little, and I know it's hard to see, but I'm going to push this down just like that. Just like that. Oh, Shadow, you're not helping me. Just like that. And then I'm going to take my blue ones and put them onto my pink gift boxes. Right? Okay. So that's that. Now we're going to take some mini dimensionals, and we're going to put them right there. I am going to put layer 2, because remember that the center gift is popped up on dimensionals already. So I'm putting a total of 4, 2 deep, onto the back of that gift box, because it's not really a gift. Okay, and then we shall just put a couple on these. So that is ready. So the next thing that we need to do is get our tree where we want it, okay? And for that I am going to use some of my Fabri-Tac glue. Make sure I'm on camera here. And I apologize if every time I look up I see a little shadow, and then I look down and I don't know if it's my hand or what it was, but one of my lights is busted. So for my last 3 videos I've had just the one light on one side of me. So if there are shadows, I apologize. Okay, so now for placement purposes, just like to match, that's all. I'm going to push this down, center onto the front of our tag. Just like that. Now we're ready to remove our, let me press this down a little bit just to get that glue from sliding around on me. Now we're going to pick up our gifts. Take the backing off. Next we're going to put those gifts right under our Christmas tree. Make sure we got them where we want them, just like that. Isn't that gorgeous? And then we need some more of these tiny dimensionals for the back of our star. So we'll just put 2 deep onto that. And this card is just about there, my friends. Or tag, it's a tag. And it is sure to add that finishing touch to that gift that you have sitting under your tree for that special someone. So getting it right up top my tree, like so. I almost forgot my little pearl strip here. Okay, so the trick to getting this off is to grab a hold of the adhesive that's holding it all together. Don't try to pull the pearl off, because then you'll break it. So grab a hold of the adhesive and carefully peel it off, and you should be good to go. Oh, we almost forgot this. We're going to put this up on the bottom, like so. There we go. Now, crocodile. Now tool. Time to use our tool, because our tag needs a little hole at the top. So I'm going to use this to accomplish that. And just like that, we have us a hole in our tag. Have my seam binding here. Okay. I am going to thread that from the back to the front of my tag. Come on, like so. We shall tie a bow. Okay, so there's our bow. I'm gonna cut away some of this excess. One day I'm gonna have some behind the scenes of my bow making nightmares, because I swear I cut away at least 30 minutes of footage that involves me struggling with my bow. But anyways, there's that. And then for the finishing touch, we're going to grab our Wink of Stella, the clear Wink of Stella, and I'm going to make sure I get it started so I don't put too much on here. But we're going to cover our lovely little gifts in the Wink of Stella and our lovely little star up top of the tree, just for a little bit of sparkle. There you have it. Super duper easy, super duper quick, and super duper elegant. So head on over to your craft room, gather all your supplies, and make these tags with me. You can find a complete list of the supplies I used on my website at withhisgifts.com, and also you can find that link down below in the description. And that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video tutorial, please leave me a comment down below, like this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Until next time, thank you and have a great day.